Good afternoon, Patriots. I am here at the corner of Whitmore Avenue and Wall Street. And I want to show you guys something that you guys will understand why the American Bar Association and its members has defrauded us, continue to dumb us down, and their puppet masters continue to divide us through divide and conquer between race, gender, class warfare. So as I'm showing you, then I was told to come here to Everett at the intersection of Wall Street and Whitmore. And this is compelling because you guys have to understand what's really going on within this system. And we have to understand the American Bar Association, Wall Street, Main Street, George Soros, Harry Kissinger, Ron Wyden, Greg Walden, even Patty Murray. So she's a lawyer, and actually I am in Everett, Washington. So I'm going to show you something amazing that not too many American people have the privilege of coming around and figuring things out, as I'm learning to educate the people, and why we need to start coming out with a broadcast called The People's Voice. I'm going to show you something that not too many people, American people, have been able to come here to Everett and demonstrate how the Illuminati, the New World Order, Agenda 21 is institutionalizing us. And this includes Alaska, because Alaska is a breeding ground for Agenda 21. Now they call it Agenda 2030. Now as I come here, you're going to see here in the 10 Commandments, but you're going to see here the sign of the Illuminati. This sign right here, you will find this sign in almost every courthouse. All right, what is this sign doing here in front of the on top of the 10 Commandments? And I want you guys to take a look at it, and you'll understand for yourself that how in the world is that Illuminati sign above the 10 Commandments? Maybe we should ask Hillary Clinton through whatever God knows rituals she goes through. And on top of it, it's on top of the American flag and the bald eagle. So this is the American flag right here, representing the American flag. You got your bald eagle right here. That's your bald eagle. And then you got your Illuminati sign and the 10 Commandments in the bottom. So I ask for you to decide for yourself what's really going on within our institution. Now, as I continue walking, what's so crazy, they hide this behind these trees, and here you go. This is what our military fights for. Our military fights for freedom, right? Well, guess what? They're not fighting for us. They're fighting for the New World Order, the establishment, Wall Street, Main Street, okay? These courthouses. So this is a police station, right? This is where they're going to draw their revenue. Now, if you get a parking ticket, if you're dealing with anything like, let's say, besides a parking ticket, Child Protective Services, or BLM, Department of Land Management, Department of Fish and Wildlife, or the U.S. Forestry, here in the state of here in Everett, Washington, or near Everett, Washington, you go to these courthouses. So you got the courthouses right in front of you. You got the monument for our veterans, and then you got the Illuminati on top of the Constitution, and on top of the 10 Commandments, and then the American flag and the bald eagle. So as you walk, I'm going to show you this. You're going to see the intersection of Wall Street and Rockefeller. Now, why are they calling it the Wall Street and Rockefeller? I'm going to have you decide for yourself and decipher the situation. So as I'm walking, because there's two buildings, you got the state building, and then you got your federal building. You got civil cases and you got federal cases. This is where the Bar Association and its members make billions of dollars. All right, you can find this out because it's registered corporation. Now this is the whole thing. This is the Homish County Courthouse, and it's all capitalized because this is how they institutionalize us and how they dumb us down through their courts, through the de facto government, or also known as the Admiralty courts. So these are their Admiralty courts. I want to show you how they institutionalize people. You want to see it for yourself. And this is registered as a corporation through the Secretary of State. See, here you go, all capitalized. Capitalized means a corporation. Snohomish County Courthouse. This is state. Remember, parking tickets, child services, and this is where actually they start adopting all the kids, right on the 5th and 6th floor. So they go ahead and they adopt these kids, so they can make money between $6,000 to $8,000. This was stated by Senator Nancy Schaefer under Title IV. All right, look up Title IV, Federal Incentive Acts. This is where they make their money. Remember, so judges and lawyers are defrauding the American people through these de facto courtrooms. All right, because the corporation registered as Secretary of Treasury. All right, and it's also registered under Duns and Bradstreet. So I'm giving you a little taste of what's really going on, not just in Everett, Washington, but this is nationwide. And they all have it capitalized. Matter of fact, where Ammon,
that was put there on the day I was born.
Where Ammon,
1972.
Excuse me, sir?
That memorial was put there on the very day I was born on May 30th, 1972. I'm William Bailey Arnold II.
This is awesome.
Yeah, you know who I am, right?
No, sir.
I'm William Bailey Arnold II, Kagan Gungan tribal member of San Bernardino.
Nice, Lazaro Essenaro.
Lazarus Essenaro?
Yes, sir. Pleasure. So here, this is what they have here. You can see this, how they have the Medal of Honor memorial. You can see how they capitalize everybody's name, so you can read it for yourself. And then I'll continue, because this is all part of the brainwashing of the system. And you're gonna go here, and we'll continue doing this beautiful monument here. The men and women of Snohomish County, who would ask not what their country could do for them, but what they could do for the country. In this memory is forever dedicated by the Evergreen Chapter, American Star Month, Inc., 1972. But this phrase right here, who made that reference? That's John F. Kennedy. Did you see John F. Kennedy's name on that memorial? He made that statement. Did John F. Kennedy ever get credit for that? No. And the lovely thing is how they capitalize it. Snohomish County, all registered as a corporation, through the Secretary of Treasury and Duns and Bradstreet. I will continue to say that because they institutionalize us. They brainwash us through their de facto, institutions, learning institutions. So you need to see. So this is right here, the courthouse. Now, you're going to see that courthouse. Now you see the federal building. Now that's a federal building over there. And here we go. I'm going to show you where this starts to make sense. You see that light over there? That's supposed to represent, at night, the Illuminati. Why does it represent the Illuminati? So I showed you over there by the Everett police station how they have the Illuminati above the Constitution, the American flag, and the bald eagle. But that right there is illuminated. You know why? I'm going to show you right here. Prime example. How that they dumb down the American people. So only you can decide the truth. And remember, everything goes, all the hedge funds go through Wall Street and Main Street. Your birth certificates go through Wall Street and Main Street. It's also registered as Secretary of Treasury. On your birth certificate, there's 3 words you need to look at. Is the word vital, is the word note, and the word bond. Look up the definitions of vital, bond, and note in the Black Law Dictionary. What do you see there? Look at that intersection. So you got the intersection of Rockefeller, right there. Rockefeller, it says Rockefeller, and then Wall Street. Right there. That's where I'm at, the intersection of Rockefeller and Wall Street in Everett, Washington. And guess what you have? You have your billion-dollar industry right in front of you. Through your birth certificates, through traffic citations, to the stealing of your children, the stealing of your land, your minerals, your water, all controlled by the American Bar Association through their de facto government under Admiralty law. And look at how many politicians are part of the members of the American Bar Association. Look at your commissioners if they're part of the American Bar Association. Look at your mayor if he's part of the American Bar Association. Look at your governor if he's part of the American Bar Association. Who else is in this American Bar Association? Child Protective Services is in the is represented by the American Bar Association. Department of Health and Social Services is represented by the American Bar Association. HHS also represented by the members of the American Bar Association. You get a citation. Here you go. You got the civil, you got your civil cases, and then you got your federal cases right there. 2 buildings on the intersection of Wall Street and Rockefeller, and you see that light? That's the Illuminati. Over there, which is Rockefeller and Wall Street, that's where your Illuminati sign on, right where the Everett police station's at, where the Illuminati sign is above the American flag, the bald eagle, and God, I forgot, 10 commandments. So this is what I want you guys to see. Matter of fact, when you go to Portland and you go to that federal courthouse where our patriots were vindicated by a jury of their peers, there is a sign there of the Illuminati. Don't take my word for it. For those that reside in Portland, it's right next to the entrance door. Look, it's on the glass, engraved on the glass, the Illuminati sign. Just the same Illuminati sign over there, you have the Illuminati sign over, what do you call it, in Portland. This is what the American people don't want you, the American Bar Association doesn't want us to know, we the people to know. This is what they're doing to us. We have veterans. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring you a prime example of a veteran living out on the streets while you got suits and ties walking through those buildings, depriving you because you are the taxpayer. You as a taxpayer are funding these buildings right here, on top of it depriving you of your money through their citations, stealing of your children, you're stealing of your water, stealing of your minerals, and stealing of your land. And then they build all this with your tax dollars. Everything right here. Everything you see here is all your tax dollars coming here. Going to who? The Rockefellers and Wall Street. All we need is George Soros and Henry Kissinger's name on there, and you'll have it all. Here you go. I'm going to show you, introduce you to a gentleman. This gentleman here, he's a World War II vet, and he's going to introduce himself maybe for a minute or two. But this is what I want you to bring. Should our veterans live in these type of conditions? What the hell are we doing? What the hell are we doing allowing our veterans to live in this type of condition? How in the hell can the VA deprive them of their benefits when they're sacrificing their lives on the line? While these people, these criminals from the American Bar Association are suits and ties stealing from us. I want you guys to tell me that. Explain this to our veterans. Why do our veterans go overseas to sacrifice their life to give us freedom, while at the same time depriving us of our rights, of our constitutional rights? The right to free travel, the right to water, the right to land, the right to the minerals. So it's up to you to decide what the truth is. This is not for me. This is for you, because you as a taxpayer and you and those family members that we're sending overseas, those mothers, those fathers, those daughters, those sons, those cousins, those nephews, they're the ones in the front line being deprived when they come back with PTSD and missing some of their limbs or having hearing aid, that are being deprived of their benefits by these criminals from the Bar Association. So only you can decide that. So I have a gentleman, if for 2 minutes we can have his undivided attention, and I would like for him to talk. And this gentleman needs to tell the world the truth of what's really going on in these streets. And this is how the Bar Association treats our veterans. And I would like for, I don't want these stories to go away. These stories need to be coming out, and as it continues to be exposed, which was brought out by Michael Lynch. And we got to give credit to Michael Lynch, because Michael Lynch continues to stay and preach this. We're giving benefits to people overseas that are coming here illegal, while our patriots, like a gentleman like him, is being deprived. Should our patriots live under these kind of conditions? It's up to you to decide, America. You wanna tell the American people your story and where you served?
I don't want him to see me.
Okay. You want to show your hat?
Right now, people don't care about veterans of any war, really. You know, we go over there and we sacrifice our lives to keep America safe. I guess the best way to do it is just describe one case of myself. I was over in Vietnam and was part of 64 and part of 65. I come home from Vietnam and I'm walking through LAX airport, and these two elderly ladies walked up to me and asked me, was I over in the war? And I said, yeah, and they called me baby killers and they spit on me. And that just shows you that stuff like that. Sure, that happened 50, 60 years ago, but it's still going on right now. People don't care about veterans. They don't. All they know is that a veteran's good. If a war pops up, they're going to go put the fire out.
Basically expendable?
Yeah, make us expendable. Yeah, I guess the best way to put it. But they expect us to go over there and put the fire out, and then come back, and they treat us like dog meat. People of the world, people of America, give us a chance, give us a break. Sure, the only time we get help is if we go, I didn't get any help yesterday. I went to a veteran's place and was looking for a place to stay because it's supposed to be cold and everything for the next couple of days. And I was basically told that he couldn't help me, that I didn't have a family with me or anything. What does that have to do with me? I was the one looking for help, not my family. So America, we have a new president. I have respect for the office of president, but I don't have any respect for Mr. Trump, and that's just my opinion. My opinion alone, I'm sure there's a lot of us that feel that way. So I guess the best way to say it is just wake up, America, and help us. Help the veterans. Help us as much as you can.
What's your name? You don't mind me asking?
I'm not going to give
your first name at least. Okay.
A lot of people know who I am. So.
Okay. And this is what we're dealing with, America. This is our veterans being suffered and being deprived by their own government. The government that actually in Vietnam forced them to go back then. They didn't like, remember, Vietnam, you didn't have a choice. You were sent. So there's a lot of veterans out there being deprived. And this is a prime example of why we need to continue showing this, how the American Bar Association and its members are getting rich off our veterans. And as we continue on, they're the ones fighting for our freedoms, yet the criminals at the American Bar Association are depriving us of the same rights our veterans are going and defending to fight for liberty. That's what they say. That's how they brainwash us, for liberty. Only you can decide that. We'll figure it out as we go.
Well, we have a new president now. We'll see what happens. Both Mr. Trump and Mrs. Clinton, they both had good ideas and everything, and I guess people believed in President Trump. But bottom line is, I respect him as a president of the United States of America. And he's going to have a tough job, but I don't respect him.
Understand. When was the last president that you respected, if you don't mind me asking?
Obama was good. Who's in the office now? I can't even think.
Obama's still in office.
Is it? Oh, Obama.
I think
Obama is a good president.
Has he given you any, more or less, any benefit? How long have you been under these conditions?
Oh, about 6, 7 months.
6, 7 months?
Mm-hmm.
So this is while the duration of Obama being president right now.
Yeah.
And right now, under the Obama administration, you've gone for help, and have you been rejected?
Yes, I have.
So does Obama actually looking out for your best interests?
No, the president, he can't. It's not the president himself. It's what I call the idiots down working, supposed to be working the streets helping us. But
are you aware that Obama's giving a lot of money to illegals to come on over here?
yeah, I know that.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel
No, you can say it. I mean, how does it make you feel, honestly?
not worth a shit.
So, I mean, you like Obama, but Obama's giving money to illegals and not giving money to you, and it makes you feel like shit, right?
Yeah.
So
I like to be able to go home at night and climb in a nice warm bed instead of sleeping out on the cold ground. But, you know, hey, if that's the way you think about us, then that's fine. And like I say, it's the guys down below that are working, supposed to be working with us to help us, but they don't.
So,
anyway.
Well, I appreciate this interview, and I want to say thank you for your service. A lot of people are saying out there, thank you for your service, and hopefully I can get you something to eat and some coffee and all that, keep you warm. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. America, you get it. You got firsthand knowledge of what's going on in the streets of Everett, downtown Washington. I shown you the courthouses where these de facto lawyers are making billions of dollars off of us, off the taxpayers, through their de facto laws, while sending our men and women out to fight for freedom. And as you can see, this is a prime example of how our veterans are being treated by this de facto government. And maybe, hopefully, Trump will be able to turn things around. Rather than giving money to the illegals, can start giving money and funding our veterans and giving them the support they need. Money, medicine, housing, car, something. Because I just can't fathom in the United States of America, our veterans could be sleeping on the streets, wet and cold, and having people from other countries in the world getting $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. This is unacceptable in a constitutional republic. I am Hispanic, I am brown, I am an American, I'm a first-generation American and proud to be a first-generation American. At the end of the day, I'm as an American, I'm going to expose and continue to expose these criminals. And I'm going to show you some members of the bar, see if these members of the bars are willing to come on camera and explain to me why they're operating under Admiralty Court. I'm going to have a feeling that I'm going to be rejected left and right. But this is the people that you have to understand that are part of the American Bar Association. And I'm going to say it again. Your governor, your mayor, your commissioner, all right, your lieutenant governor, the previous presidents before Trump, your congressmen, your senators, all right, these people, the bar members, need to be voted out of office and restored by the common people, by we the people. So America, it's up to you what you want to do, and I did my best in exposing the corruption in Harney County. I just am baffled on how they can re-elect David Ward, Jeff Merkley, Ron Wyden, and Boyd Britton. Either was through voter fraud, or people were just, I guess, I mean, still not educated with the facts. All right, and God bless everyone.
Yeah.